Hello everyone, welcome to Numeriq Learning. Today is day 27 of the daily math practice series that you have been doing along with me. So this series is Do Math with Me, wherein you will take your notebooks and do problems every day along with me. So before we get started today with the set of problems from linear equations, that is chapter 3, I would like to thank each and every one for your support. We are at 990 subscribers in our Numeriq Learning channel, just 10 more to reach 1000. So if these daily math sessions are helping you, do share it with your class 10 friends. Let's get started. The first question is, find k if the given system of equations has no solution. So you have given that this particular system of equation has no solution. So first of all, let us use that information which is given and the criteria that matches your no solution. So write down, for no solution, right, a1 by a2 should be equal to b1 by b2, but this ratio cannot be equal to c1 by c2. As you know, always the system of equations can be represented as a1x plus b1y plus c1 equal to 0, right? And then a2x plus b2y plus c2 equal to 0. So this is the general representation of a system of equations. What I am writing is, if this particular system, right, pair of linear equation has no solution, you have to remember this criteria. That is, the ratio of a1 by a2 will be equal to b1 by b2, but they will not be equal to c1 by c2. So this is the thing to remember. I'm just going to mark it important. Okay, because this is what will help you find out the value of k. Let's go ahead and replace a1 by a2 with the coefficients of x in both the equations. So what is the coefficient of x in the first equation? That is your a1, which is 3, divided by a2, which is k, is equal to b1, coefficient of y in the first equation, which is minus 4, divided by coefficient of y in the second, which is 3. It should not be equal to 7 divided by minus 5. Okay, you have to find the value of k. Let's take the first two ratios which has an equality in them. So you have cross multiply, minus 4k equal to, just cross multiply, 3 into 3, which is 9, right? So k is equal to minus of 9 by 4. So that's your answer. See how easy this question is. In order to do this question, you just have to remember this condition. For no solution, how is the ratio, right? So the ratios, first two ratios are equal, but that is not equal to the third ratio, which is your constants, C1 and C2. So this is how you have to do. The final answer is k equal to minus 9 by 4. In the exams, when you are writing, you should also write the same way. You cannot just directly from the given one, you cannot write the ratios directly. You have to write for no solution, this is the condition. Then you have to replace a1, a2, b1, b2, c1, c2 with the values as per your linear equations and then solve for k. Okay, so pause the video if you know this. If you have understood this, please pause the video and try the next question. Okay, if you still did not understand, I'm sure you will understand in the next question. So let's moving on to the second one. Yeah. For what value of k will the given system of equation has no solution? Again, same thing. For no solution, I'm going to write the solution. So for no solution, what is the condition? a1 by a2 should be equal to b1 by b2, but these two ratios will not be equal to c1 by c2. I'm just going to replace a1 is nothing but the coefficient of x in the first equation. It is 1 divided by 3 should be equal to b2 by k. Should not be equal to, what is C1? See, here you have your C1 in the RHS side. Here C2 is in the left hand side. So what can I do here? I can rewrite it as x plus 2y minus 5 equal to 0. So it should be in the same format. Right, here it is a1x plus b1y plus c1 equal to 0. Here it is a2x plus b2y plus c2 equal to 0. So it should be in the same format. Right, now can you tell me what is c1 and c2? It is minus 5 by minus 15. Right, so take the first two, cross multiply, k is equal to 3 multiplied by 2, which is 6. So that's your final answer. So at k equal to 6, for k equal to 6, the system, but again, there is a trick here. Why? Because if you replace k with 6, okay, listen very carefully. What is your a1 by a2? If k equal to 6, can we rewrite and validate if our answer is correct? What is the first two ratio? a1 by a2, it's 1 by 3. Is equal to 2 by, what is your k? 6. It is not equal to minus 5 by 15. What is minus 5 by 15? Minus gets cancelled. 5 ones are 5, 5 threes are 15. Right? It's 1 by 3. 2 ones are 2, 2 threes are. So here what are you getting here? 1 by 3 is equal to 1 by 3, but it is also equal to 1 by 3. Right? So the answer is this particular system. Okay, you cannot have a value of k. There cannot be a value of k which can satisfy this for the system to have no solution. So you should write k will not, there is no result. It does not have a result. Okay, there is no result or no value of k for which this particular system of equation, this specific system of equation has no solution. So this is a very tricky part. Reason is because the minute you get k equal to 6, you just stop it there and we write the answer, isn't it? But instead of just stopping it here, what should you do ideally? You should always recheck it. Substitute the value of k here. So if you see here, if you substitute k with 6, 1 by 3 is equal to 1 by 3. But c1 and c2 should not be equal to, right? It should not, but you cannot change anything. c1 and c2 is still 1 by 3. You cannot modify c1 and c2. So you cannot have any value of k in this particular system which will have no solution. So no value of k will fit in here. Is it clear? Okay. So this is your answer. Can we move on to the next one? Yeah, here. Find C if the system of equations has infinitely many solutions. Similarly, you are given two equations. So let's write down the condition for infinitely many solutions. For infinitely many solutions, a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 and that is also equal to c1 by c2. This is the condition. So let's replace a1 by a2, c by 12 is equal to 3 by c is equal to 3 minus c by minus c. Right? Now, for the first two ratios, just cross multiply. So you have c square equal to 36. C is equal to plus or minus root of 36, which is nothing but plus or minus 6. Now again, as I told you, let's replace the values. So either 6 will be C will be equal to plus 6 or C can be minus 6. Let's see which of the one fits in the ratio. So in place of C, just replace it with plus 6. So 6 by 12 is equal to 3 by 6. It's equal to 3 minus 6 divided by minus 6. So let's see what you're getting here. 1 by 2 is equal to, again 1 by 2 is equal to 3 minus 6 minus 3 by minus 6. Minus gets cancelled. 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6. Okay, so C equal to plus 6 is the correct answer. But if you take C equal to minus 6, what do you get? Minus 6 by 12. I am just replacing C equal to minus 6 in the given system of linear equations and the ratios. Okay, equal to 3 divided by minus 6 equal to 3 minus of minus 6 divided by minus of minus 6. Right? So 6 ones are 6, 6. So what do you get? Minus 1 by 2 is equal to minus 1 by 2 should be equal to minus 1 by 2. But what are we getting? 3. If you open the bracket, minus into minus is plus. So 3 plus 6 is 9 by 6. So what do you get? 3 3s are 9, 3 2s are. So it's not equal is what you're getting. So C equal to minus 6 is not the right answer. C equal to plus 6 is the correct answer. Is it clear? Okay, so the most important thing to remember is this one. For infinitely many solutions, all the three ratios are equal. Okay, so this is your A1, B1, C1, A2, B2 and C2. I've just replaced the coefficients of x, y and constant in both the equations. Hope you understood. Do make a note of it. Okay, so the next question. Yeah, solve graphically. So you are given a pair of equations and you have to find the solution by plotting it graphically. Let's take the first linear equation, which is 4x minus y equal to 4. Correct? Let's take x and y. First of all, if x is 0, what will be y? Minus y equal to 4, so y will be minus 4. Right? If x is equal to 1, what will you have? If x is 1, you will have 4 minus y equal to 4 minus y equal to 4 minus 4, which is 0. So what will be your y? It will be 0. If x is equal to 2, what will you have? If x is 2, so 8 minus y equal to 4 or y equal to 8 minus 4, which is 4. So what is the answer? It is 4. So these are the coordinates for the first line. Now, let's go on to the second equation, which is 3x plus 2y equal to 14. For different values of x and y, let's do it. If x is equal to 0, what will you have? So 0 plus 2y equal to 14. Y is equal to 14 by 2, which is 7. Right? Which is 7. Now, if x is equal to 2, what will be your y? So if x is 2, you have 6 plus 2y equal to 14. So 2y equal to 14 minus 6. What is 14 minus 6? 8, right? Then y equal to 4. So the answer is 4. And the last one, if x is equal to 4, then what will you have? If x is equal to 4, then here it will be 4 into 3, 12 plus 2y equal to 14. 2y equal to 14 minus 12, 2y equal to 1. So y equal to 1. So you have found the coordinates. So let's plot the lines. For the first equation, 0 comma minus 4. So we have got the graph 0 comma minus 4. So you have a 0 here, 0 comma minus 4. This is your point, first point. Second, 1 comma 0 is here, 2 comma 4. Right? And let me draw a line passing through all of these lines. Kind of, you can draw it with the scale. Now let me change the color, and so here before that I should write what the equation is of this line. So what is this equation? What is this equation? That 4x minus y equal to 4. Okay, so you should always write the equation which is representing the line. And let me change the color and do it for the second one. 0 comma 7. Where is 0 comma 7? Here, right? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. This is 0 comma 7. 2 comma 4. 2 comma 4 is again here, and then 4 comma 1. 4 comma 1. So let us draw again a straight line. I hope you can understand this quite right. So just make sure it is very accurate, because I have got this tab. I'm just trying my best to do it accurately for you. Okay, so what is the second equation? 3x plus 2y equal to 14. I'm going to just write it here. 3x plus 2y equal to 14. Okay, where do these two lines intersect? They intersect at 2 comma 4, right? You should write it that the lines, what will you write here? The lines intersect at 2 comma 4. Therefore, x equal to 2 and y equal to 4 is the solution of the equation. Is the solution. Okay. So this is what you have to write. So graphically getting the solution, that is finding the value of x and y, is very, very easy. Just that you have to be able to first of all find the different points for this line equation and also for the second equation. So whenever whenever you have a linear equation that is of degree 1, when you plot it, it's always a straight line graph. Okay, the graph of a linear equation is always a straight line, and whenever you are drawing the straight line, always make sure you write that specific linear equation which you are representing with a line on the side here. Like this, you have to write it. Okay, so this is how the teachers will know which line is representing which of the linear equation. So always make sure you do that. Fine. Okay, let's move on to the next question. I hope you understood. Yeah, fifth question of today. Solve using substitution method. Again, very, very easy. Substitution method means you have to first take any one of the equation which is easier and express x in terms of y. Okay, so here let this be your first equation. Okay, the second equation looks easy, so I can write x is nothing but minus 4y will go to the right hand side, so it will become plus 4y minus 7. Right, let this be equation 2. Okay, I can substitute, because the method is substitution method. Substitute 2 in 1. When you substitute 2 in 1, in place of x, what will you write? See, you're substituting 2 in 1. In place of x, I'm going to write 4y minus 7. Okay, so 3 multiplied by 4y minus 7 plus 2y equal to 14. Right? Open the brackets and multiply. So 3 4s are 12y minus 21 plus 2y equal to 14. Solve for y. So what is it? 12y plus 2y, which is 14y, is equal to 14 plus 21. What is 14 plus 21? 4 plus 1, 5, 2 plus 1, 3. So y is equal to 35 by 14. Okay, 7 5s are 35, 7 2s are 14. So what is y? Y is equal to 5 by 2. Once you have got 5, you can put y is equal to 5 by 2 in your second equation. So what do you get? You can get x. X is equal to, what should you have? 4 multiplied by, in place of y, right? See, in equation 2, in place of y, you can write 5 by 2. So 4 multiplied by 5 by 2 minus 7. 2 2s are 4. So 2 5s are 10. 10 minus 7, which is 3. So therefore, x is equal to 3 and your y is equal to 5 by 2 is the solution. So you have solved using substitution method, right? So whenever you have substitution method, take one of the take whichever is the easiest equation. You have to express x in terms of y, or you can express y in terms of x and then substitute that in the first equation and get the other variable value. Okay, once you have got one of the variable, again you can substitute it in any one of the equation and find your other variable. So 2 variables you will be able to get. Okay, so this is what is your substitution method. You're substituting everywhere. Now, So do try it out, and this is very easy. If you haven't learned also, it's kind of very easy. Just in one or two questions you'll be able to crack it. So yeah, the next one, solve using elimination method. Again, a very good interesting one. So let me write it again. 7x minus 5y equal to 11. 3x plus 4y equal to 17. I would like to eliminate y. So I have to make the coefficient of y same. Right? Coefficient of y can be same. So here I will multiply throughout by 4, and the second one I am multiplying throughout by 5. Okay, so that I can eliminate y. So multiply throughout by 4. So 7 4s are, what is it? 28x minus 20y equal to 44. And then 5 3s are 15x plus 20y equal to 85. Right? Just add them. So minus 20 and plus 20y will get cancelled. You're just adding it. Right? So 8 plus 5, 13. 43x is equal to 9, 129. So x is equal to 129 divided by 43. It will cancel with 3. Therefore, your x is equal to 3. So this is how we are doing. And then you can put x in any one of the equations above. I will be putting it in equation 1. Okay. So you can write down. So put x equal to 3 in equation 1. So what do you get? 7x minus 5y equal to 11. So what is it? 7x in place of x, it's 3 minus 5y equal to 11. So 7 3s are 21 minus 5y equal to 11. So what is 5y? I'm going to write it here. 5y is equal to 21 minus 11. So 5y equal to 10 and y is equal to 2. 10 by 5, which is 2. Okay, so therefore you can write down. Therefore x is equal to 3 and y equal to 2 is the solution of this particular pair of equation. So you have used elimination method, and we are initially eliminating the y here. If you see, we are removing the y by making the coefficients equal. Okay, so it's very, very easy again. So I hope you understood both how to do substitution and elimination. Now the last problem. You are given A, B, C, D is a rectangle. Okay, always whenever you have rectangle, the opposite sides are equal. You have to find x and y. So just see, this particular side, opposite sides are equal. So AB is equal to CD and AD equal to CB. So let's write the equation. X minus 3y is equal to 12 and 2x plus y equal to 10. You can choose any method in order to find the solution, but I will go for elimination method. Okay, so here I'm multiplying it throughout by 2 and here I'm multiplying it with 1. So 2x minus 6y equal to 24 and 2x plus y equal to 10. I did not do any changes to it. I'm just subtracting them. So 2x gets eliminated and here what is left? Minus 6y minus y. Minus 7y is equal to 24 minus 10. It is 14 plus 14. So y is equal to minus of, don't forget the negative sign, minus of 14 by 7, which is nothing but, therefore y equal to minus 2. This is your first. You can put y equal to minus 2 in any one of the equations. So we can put it in the first equation. So mark it as equation 1, mark it as equation 2. Put y equal to minus 2 in 1. So x minus 3 into minus 2 equal to 12. So x plus 6 equal to 12. What is your x? X equal to 12 minus 6, therefore x equal to 6. So you've got x equal to 6 and y equal to minus 2. These are the answers for the given scenario, right? If you are asked to find the sides also, you should be able to just substitute your x with 6 and your y with minus 2, and if you are asked to find the sides AB and BC, you should be able to do it, but it will be equal, right? You will be getting it as 12 and here you'll be getting it as 10. Is it correct? So you can validate also. In case if you're asked to validate, you can definitely validate. So that's all for today. We have solved 7 good questions from linear equations. I look forward to your feedback. Do join me every Sunday evening 6 to 7 p.m. IST on a live YouTube session wherein we will be solving a lot of MCQ questions from each chapter. And this week it's going to be linear equations. And also please do not forget to share it with your friends, and do subscribe and do comment your feedback on how helpful they are. Are you able to learn? Is there any topic that you are finding it difficult, or any of the questions in today's video that you did not understand? Please do post it in the comments. I'll be more than happy to read them and respond to them. So keep learning, keep practicing maths problems every day. Keep in touch with the subject and do join, and let's continue learning math and be stronger at it. Thank you so much.